Hey everybody, it's me, Julz again. Once again, it's time to delve into another DC Comics animated direct-to-DVD movie. A direct adaptation of the 2011 New 52 Justice League written by Jeff Johns and drawn by Jim Lee. This movie titled Justice League War. This being the first time DC having done a movie based on their rebooted continuity, and quite possibly rebooting their animated movie universe as a result. Now, where did this animated adaptation succeed, and where did this animated adaptation fail? Let's get started. Story-wise, it was your basic evil world conqueror coming to take over the world, and heroes come together. It was straightforward and it wasn't complicated, but not exactly innovative, rather making it too simplistic. The method in which the villain of this movie and the book, Darkseid, uses to create his minions is enough to see how evil the character is, however it doesn't tell us much about the villain other than just being Evil Von Evilton Alien Conqueror. And the concept isn't really that revolutionary in this day and age. And while the action scenes are well done, entertaining, and exciting, and one of the best parts of the movie, but that's only to an extent, and only during the first half. The action eventually loses its power and feels like it's dragging on too long, and considering that this is a 2-hour movie, that's saying a lot, and it's a similar problem to what was present in Man of Steel. And the overdone amount of fight scenes leads into another problem. Now, for the most part, there is a lot of camaraderie between our heroes as they come together. Those moments indeed are funny and enjoyable, which is expected since that was the strength of the comic. And as a direct adaptation, it's a good thing to play to the comic's strength. However, the problem being, that's the only thing these characters have going in terms of interaction. That and a little sniping at each other. Because of the vast amounts of action scenes going on, it leaves very few moments of genuine character interaction and development once the team got together. But that's not saying characters didn't come out changed at all, or this event didn't accomplish anything. Their constant bickering was resolved and they started working together like a team. However, that obligatory team members must fight before getting together and working together was done really quickly. And it's not helped by the fact that near the end, most of these characters are still bickering or seem very unlikable. And on another note, this movie seems to assume far too much, as in we don't get an explanation for a lot of things, not the least of which being the backstory for most of these characters and the events that preceded to what is happening now in the movie, which is also a problem with the comic itself. Superman, Batman, and Green Lantern may be the exception to this rule since they have had movies, therefore not needing that much of a backstory, but characters like the Flash, Wonder Woman, or Shazam could really use some backstory since they're not so well known outside of comics. Alright, enough of the bad. What is exactly good about this movie? Well, when it comes to DC animated movies, it's expected that the movie will have great artwork. The artwork in this movie is far more exceeding and impressive than Flashpoint Paradox. And for all Young Justice fans, there are some Easter eggs if one looks hard enough, and some of the character designs appear as if they were lifted directly from Young Justice. Bottom line, the art looks awesome, and the animation is so crisp and fluid. With both the art and the animation, this movie looks visually pleasing. If there's one flaw with the art, it's the design of Wonder Woman's outfit, which looks bland and more like a last-minute design change and less patriotic. As far as actors go, everyone did a fairly good job. Praise mostly goes to Justin Kirk, bringing up the snarky recklessness that is Green Lantern Hal. Now, while this movie story wasn't exactly revolutionary, it was still fairly entertaining, and the action, while greatly drawn out, it was at the very least exciting and visually wonderful as expected from DC animated movies. But all that could have been done better. Again, it's not a bad movie, but it could have used more substance and innovation to the story to make it stand out from other DC animated movies. And while it is a very good adaptation with only a few noticeable changes, it could have taken the time to improve where Jeff Johns' book was flawed. And just because something is a faithful adaptation of a comic does not mean it translates well into a movie. I give this movie a 3 out of 5. It's not terrible, but not outstanding or memorable, other than it just being an adaptation of the New 52 Justice League. There's not enough to hate it, but it's not something you need to see. However, if you like action and comedy, then I guess this movie would be perfect for you. Alright guys, that's all I have. Please comment, please subscribe. Tell me what you thought of the movie. Let's discuss it. Did Jeff Johns' writing not translate well into this movie? I will see you later. Also, where is Aquaman? I wanna see some sharks eat up some parademons.